Hey guys, how are you all going? So I want to educate you today on something that I'm very passionate about and something to do with health. So if you're into health, you may find this very interesting. Now, there's something out there called oxidative stress, and if you haven't heard of it, it's something that's becoming more well known as time goes on. And I'd love for you to go and Google it if you haven't heard about it. But today I want to just give you a little insight into it and to see if it's something that, you want to learn more about, or it's something that you can educate other people on as well. Hey Dania, how you going? Hey Yanni. Okay, so most of us know that we age, but a lot of us don't know why. So oxidative stress plays a big part in that. And if you look at, say, okay, we've got here an apple. So we have, I should get it out of the bag, but we have an apple which I've cut in half. And you can see this part of the apple, it's oxidizing, okay? And this part, obviously I've put lemon on and it's inside a Ziploc bag, which means that it's preserving. So if you look at this apple and you can see how much it's oxidizing, you cut an apple in half and you sit it on the counter and you can see it browns over time, it shrivels up and it gets all wrinkly, and that's exactly what we do. We oxidize. It's called oxidative stress. So I won't go into the biochemical side, the science side and all that sort of stuff about that, but it's something that we should be aware of, because oxidative stress leads to over nearly 250 diseases and conditions. So if you think of MS, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, autism, fibromyalgia, all the arthritis diseases, what about eczema, there's the immune system, all that sort of stuff, that is all, if it has a root cause and a key link to oxidative stress, that is the reason that they are being created and they are happening in your body. So that's the scary part. We don't want that to happen. But obviously we can't get rid of oxidative stress. We breathe in oxygen, just like that apple being cut in half. It now has oxygen going into the inside of it, which is causing it to shrivel up and to go brown and wrinkly, and that's what happens to us. We breathe in oxygen, so that's why we rust or we age from the inside out. That is aging. That is what aging is. So, there's everything in our life that you can think of that causes oxidative stress. You think of the air you breathe and how many pollutants are in the air. You think of the food we eat, the herbicides, the pesticides, the additives and preservatives that are put on our food, or the way our food's grown. It all causes oxidative stress in the body. Now, we know that high antioxidant foods are really good for us, and the reason for that is the more antioxidants you have in the system, the more that neutralizes oxidative stress, because oxidative stress loves having bad things. It's like little Pac-Man that are eating at your cells inside your body. But if you have antioxidants neutralizing that, then that's what's causing less oxidative stress in the system, which is an overload of free radicals. So, you also think of what we put in our skin. Our skin is the biggest organ of our body. So sunscreens, moisturizers, all that sort of stuff, some of them are full of chemicals. What do you think that chemical does to our body? It causes oxidative stress. Then you think of athletes. They have 3 times more oxidative stress, and that is because they exercise at a high intensity rate. And then that's causing, they're breathing in more oxygen, they're metabolizing more, their food is combusting more. That all causes more oxidative stress. And if they don't look after themselves properly, that's when they get injuries, diseases and conditions happening. It's the same with emotional stress. So stress from work, stress from having no money, stress from kids, depression and anxiety, that's all caused by and is all causing oxidative stress in the system. Does this make sense? I hope it does. I know Gemma will know exactly what I'm talking about here. Hello, Gemma. Hello, Hayley. Hello, Debbie. Okay, so what else do I want to say? It's just a matter of trying to figure out good ways to reduce your oxidative stress. And, food plays a big part in that. So that's why we say high antioxidant foods. And that's why we say to eat really healthy and organically and lots of fruit and veg, because they are the things that obviously can help our body feed itself properly to neutralize all this oxidative stress that happens. And there's so many diseases and conditions out there that they have the root cause of them being oxidative stress. So if you think of that and you think of how you can reduce oxidative stress, don't you think that that's going to reduce your risk or your chance of getting those diseases or having them happen, say, at a later time in life? Because that's to do with aging. You know, aging is oxidative stress. So, you know, you really want to think about if you want to try and neutralize or get rid of or somehow get yourself into a way that these diseases and conditions may happen a lot later on in life, and they may be something that you may not even see until many, many years later, reduce your oxidative stress, and that can play a big part. So does that make sense to you guys? I know that for me, reducing my oxidative stress has given me more energy. I have better sleep, deeper sleep. I won't go into the things that I've done that can reduce oxidative stress. That can be another video later on. But I do know that, you know, your food plays a huge part. You really need to look at that. Your nutrition is one of the biggest things that can help with this. So neutralizing those free radicals and that oxidative stress through your food and those high antioxidant foods and organically grown foods is playing a big part in all of that. And we know, you know, the soil that we have these days that our food is grown in, the soil is so depleted now of minerals and nutrients and all that sort of stuff. So we really need to find out where our food is coming from and not just be buying the packaged stuff off the shelf, because that packaged stuff no doubt is full of preservatives and additives, and it's feeding your body extra chemicals which your body can't really handle. And what do you think that does to your body? It causes more stress on the body, more oxidation. So if you think of aging and you think of how you want to reduce that or slow it down in some way, oxidative stress plays a big part in that. And this is not me just fluffing about with some words here. If you go onto Google and put in oxidative stress, or even put it in with a disease, so put in oxidative stress and cancer, oxidative stress and MS, oxidative stress and autism. If you put those into Google, you will be amazed at what you come up with and what you find, and see how much oxidative stress plays a big role in those diseases and conditions. So I hope that has helped you out in some way. I'll quickly just go through my notes. So it's just a matter of being conscious of what you're putting in your mouth and what you're doing in your daily life and all that sort of stuff. And I'm not saying exercise is bad. So when I say athletes have more oxidative stress, I don't mean we shouldn't exercise, because exercise can help neutralize it as well. But I'm talking about, you know, your Olympians and your high intensity people who exercise a lot and have, you know, really strain on their body, a lot of strain on their body. That plays a major role, unless they're eating the right foods or unless they're recovering well. It plays a major role in that oxidative stress in the body. So, you know, exercise is a really good thing on top of our nutrition to help with all of this oxidative stress and to help neutralize it and to keep our bodies in a good working order. We're like a machine. If you think of a car, a well-oiled car, of course it's going to work well if it's, you know, if it's fed the right you know, the right oils and it's maintained well and all that sort of stuff. And it's the same with our body. If you're feeding it the right food, you're giving it enough exercise, you're going to have less risk of, you know, diseases, conditions, and all these different joint problems and stuff happening. And that is a true fact. It's something that I find very interesting. I'm very passionate about it now, and I just want to tell that to you guys, so hopefully you can understand a bit of that yourself and can see for yourself why we want to try and reduce our risk of oxidative stress in the first place. So just remember, just like that apple, I'll show it to you again. That is oxidation. If you've got a good apple and then you've got a bad apple, you've cut that apple in half and it's shriveling up and oxidizing and becoming wrinkly and brown. That is exactly what the inside of our body does because of the air that we breathe and the oxygen we have going through our system. It's just oxidation, it's oxidative stress, and it's becoming more well known as to why we can how we can neutralize that, or, you know, slow that rate down of how we're oxidizing within our cells. So I hope you got some value out of that. You guys can always go over to my Janelle Emma website, and my Facebook page. So my website is www.janelleemma.com, and I do have on there my own health story with oxidative stress, and I go a bit more into what it's all about. So if you want to do that, feel free, and you can always join my Facebook page and follow me as well. and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Thank you all for listening.